So this question says that we have three equations and we want to rank them according to the maximum transverse speed from least to greatest. All right. So let's go ahead and look at these waves and see what kind of form that they put it in. So I can see that each of the cases that we have a sine function for each, and that I'm given something. Let's see. I'm looking at this and it actually doesn't make sense to me. Think this equation, these equations should be rewritten as not m minus 1. They should be m to the minus 1. This makes sense because I have to have meters as my position. I'm looking at this term. This is my kx term. And this is my omega t term. So these omegas should have inverse seconds as well. Okay, so now that my equations match what yours are, I'm going to look and see that this looks like I have the form of sine a, some amplitude is equal to the a sine of kx minus omega t. And if I think about this for a second, I know that my velocity of the wave that I'm going at, one of the forms of the velocity of the wave that I know of is going to be omega divided by k. And just to make sure that that's the right one, I'm going to check my units. So omega has units of inverse seconds. So this is 1 over seconds for my omega, and my k is 1 over meters. So 1 over meters puts meters on top, so I have units of meters per second. So omega over k is a velocity. So all I'm trying to figure out is which one has the least velocity or the lowest velocity and the greatest velocity. So in velocity 1, this is omega 1 over k1, because I'm just comparing the equations that they gave me, these three guys, to the general equation for a general wave. And the wave has a kx term and a minus omega t term. So I need to know what my omega 1 is. It's 3 seconds. And my k term is 4 meters. And that's actually inverse of these. That way my units work out. So this gives me that I get 0.75 meters per second. V2 is going to have omega 2 over k2, which is 4 inverse seconds over 8 inverse meters for a total of 0.5 meters per second. And V3, my last one, again, omega 3 over k3 is equal to 8 seconds, inverse seconds, divided by 4 inverse meters. So this is 2 meters per second. So I can see choice 2 is my smallest, and choice 3, wave 3 is my largest. So my smallest is 2, my largest is 3. 2, 1, 3 looks like my right answer. So all I did is just looked at each of my numbers here, each of my k's, because k's go with the x's, and my omegas that go with my times, and I just used the definition of velocity.